Hello. Happy Sunday, Rosalind. Hello, one. Hello, all. It is finally Sunday. We are just days from the Christmas holiday, and I'm not dressed festive. I don't have any decorations up in my house, and I'm actually probably feeling really good. I feel like the season is approaching. Hello, Tammy. Hello, Samaraya. Welcome, ladies. If you would go ahead and hit the thumbs up. I've got props, bags, PSAs, and plenty of other stuff to get us through in our time together. Hello, Florentine Quack. Hello, Ems. How are you? So, um, let's just kind of jump in. And those of you that are early to arrive on my late start, if you would just kind of bring the ladies into the loop if there are any questions that come up during the live chat about where we are, what we're covering tonight, I would really appreciate it. So the first thing that I want to do is something that I should have been prepared. Hello, Mrs. Q. Hello, Dancing with Nature. That I should have been prepared to do during handbag happy hour, but that is to just really quickly show you the things that came in my Go Forth Goods box. The first thing here is a thank you card, and on the back side are the leather care instructions for my Go Forth Goods bag. And just so you know, I am still carrying that bag. I actually am going to post over on Instagram a pairing just for color comparison to a Dooney bag and also to a Coach accessory, just so that you can kind of get a better feel for what that crimson color is like from Go Forth Good. So if you're not following me on Instagram, as soon as this live stream is over, follow me on Instagram and I will be posting those two pictures, a side-by-side color comparison with Florentine in red and also with a Coach accessory. So leather care and a thank you card came in the box. There's also a Go Forth Goods sticker, which I'm currently not using. There was also a business card, which was actually used as a thumbnail for one of my videos, because when I was on site, I actually picked one of them up, and it has, of course, their contact information, social media, website, etc. On that side. There was also a card with my bag details, so limited edition Avery tote in the color crimson, because again, crimson is a limited edition color, so you won't be able to necessarily find that color all year. It has the bag number, it has the date that it was made or crafted date. It has who the crafter was, which is actually the owner of the company. So Nathan made my bag. Thank you, Nathan. And then, of course, it just has a little bit of branding information across the bottom that includes Made in America. And then the last thing is a Go Forth Goods key ring that is out of the same crimson leather that my bag is made out of. So those are the things that were in the box, and I am still carrying that bag and loving it even more every time I step out of the house with it. So I'll continue to keep you posted. Couple of PSAs, right? So we're gonna move right into the PSAs. So the first is, if you follow my skincare Saturday series, there was a video that came up on Saturday. But also, just in case you haven't been over on Sephora's site lately, they have launched an additional 20% off sale, and that's an extra 20 off of their already marked down sale items. So if you're looking for stocking stuffers, if you have committed to a better skincare or makeup routine or journey in 2021, if you're running low on something, if you're looking to try something new, an extra 20% off over on Sephora.com. And I believe the eBates is at 2%. I think it's at 2% today. And the code for the additional 20% off on Sephora is major sale. All together, all caps. MAJORSALE. All together, that is the discount code for an additional 20% off on Sephora, off of items that are already discounted. The next PSA is just something I want to see what you ladies are thinking in the comments. So if you go over to farfetch.com, and many of us are already familiar with Farfetch because you've made purchases, particularly the Coach Double Swagger from Farfetch. There is a MCM bag called the MCM Bold Logo Print Tote. It is in black and white. It has dimensions of 21.3 inches in length. It is 11.8 inches tall, and it has a butt of 5.9. So almost a foot tall, almost a half a foot in depth, and 21.3 inches long. I don't know what it is about this tote. It's a combination of textile and leather, the graphic logo on the front. The model, of course, is perfect. Her look is perfectly curated. The bag is on sale on Farfetch for $502. Now, MCM has a kind of different version of this bag. It is one that has like the PVC on the outside. It almost feels like a beach tote, which did not catch my attention at all. But this specific one, and I know we haven't even fully gotten into winter, although some places have had snow by the inches or 2 or 3 times, and temperatures are really low. But you know, you still get some light jacket or just needing a sweatshirt days here in Georgia. But this bag, between the, it's almost like a linen, it looks like, or maybe even like the textile that the Coach pouch from this summer was made out of, plus the black leather trim, and don't get me started on those dimensions. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to continue to watch it just a little bit. Not for price. I just saw it today, so I want to check and see if there are like any videos or anything like that out there that can help me make a decision about the bag one way or the other. I'm pretty sure that I can Scotch guard the textile and that it will be perfectly fine. But when I saw the model, and then the dimensions of the bag, y'all know how I love a large bag, and the fact that it is spectator, black and white, very classic, very clean, could easily be a year-round bag if you wanted it to. I just fell in love with it, and that one again is over on Farfetch. It is the MCM Bold Logo Print Tote. The next PSA I have is not bag related, but it's winter related, and it is on Nordstrom Rack for those of you that are UGG boot wearers, or you're maybe even thinking about buying your first pair of Uggs. Nordstrom Rack has 2 different styles of UGG boots in the color chestnut and black for $119.97. I purchased a bag from Nordstrom Rack a couple weeks ago, and the shipping was not as quick as it normally is when I've purchased from Nordstrom Rack. I'm not going to let that deter me, but I am not going to pick up these because I literally have purchased 4 or 5 pairs of UGG boots this year. 6 if you count the pair I gifted to my mom. 7, 8 if you count sandals by UGG that I purchased this summer during the Bloomingdale's and Macy's sales, but $119 is a good price, and that's again on Nordstrom Rack. And then the last handbag PSA is on ukes.com. And for those that have been on the hunt for the MCM Amazing Boston bag, it is on Ukes in the color maroon. It has dimensions very similar to the Speedy. It is 11.7 inches long, 8.58 inches high, and 6.63 inches wide in the color maroon. Now, I'll let those of you that are interested take a look at the price tag, because I don't need the comments about the price. It's either within your budget or it isn't, or you want to plan for it or you don't, or you want to, you know, that's on you. I'm just delivering the information. So, there we go. Excuse me. All right. So, let's see what we're going to do about this cough. All right. That's what happens when you start with a dry throat. All right. So, Sephora, Farfetch, Nordstrom Rack, and Ukes. If you are just joining, please hit the thumbs up. Meet and greet with the ladies in the chat. We are going to dive right in. So, excuse me. That's going to kill me. We may have to cut tonight short. So, there is a reveal. And this bag had been on my radar for a little while. And then it disappeared. And I couldn't find it. And I figured at that point it just was not meant to be. And then, as luck would have it and the stars aligned, it reappeared on Coach.com and it was on sale. And considering at that point the whole birthday bag fiasco with the large Alto tassel bag had, you know, completely derailed birthday bag season, this purchase, I wouldn't say is a replacement for that, because those bags are not even in the same league, but because I was interested in this bag, the size, the color, I was very pleased to see that it restocked. So we are going to take a look at it together, and hopefully I don't need the receipt. There are a couple of videos of this bag on YouTube. One that I continue to go back to over and over again. It is a smaller bag, but it's Coach, so I don't know that I have many big bag aspirations from the brand. At one point I did, but that's just not in their wheelhouse. So given smaller bags that seem to be in right now, it could be a great everyday bag, I think. And I'm late to the party, so we're gonna just strip her and show you my Coach Tabby shoulder bag. So it is in the color Beechwood. And we've got some accessories we're going to play with, do some bag comparisons. Oh, that hardware. There is no comparison to the hardware with the hardware. It just doesn't compare. Hold please. Let's see. Let me get the strap open here. Okay, so we've got 2 straps here, and there we go. All right, we got the longer shoulder or crossbody strap, and then we have the shorter shoulder strap here, if it will come out. All right. Goodness gracious, my throat. It's been fine all day. So here we go. Did it close? It did. Just didn't hear a noise. So here we go. 2020 has been an all-out neutral bag year, I think, for me. Look. Okay. So I didn't have to, it got touch and go there for a minute, but she does go on the shoulder without me having to thread it up. But anyway, I think 2020 has been a bit of a neutral bag, neutral carry year, even to the point that my crossbodies have been, yes, Miss Angie, you know where I was going with that hardware. But it has just been kind of a neutral bag color year. Y'all know for me, I consider red to be a neutral. We'll wear it with anything year round. I don't care what the meeting is. I don't care what the setting is. Funerals aside, I will do red. But I've also pulled out black and recently carried a black bag because I was kind of in mourning over how I was feeling about Dooney and Burke, and now I'm back in red and plan to carry my red bags, a variation of red bags from now through the end of February. So from Christmas through the New Year, the MLK, straight through Valentine's. So I'm in red bag season for me. But between my neutrals, whether it's shoulder back, crossbody, tote, taupes, blacks, reds, browns, those have been the colors that I gravitated to even before we were officially declared to be in the pandemic. So this bag is 11 inches in length. It is 7 inches high, and it has a butt of 5 inches. And I am 99% sure that they are measuring from here to here, not here to here, which is actually the usable space in the bag. Didn't measure, nor do I have a tape measure in here close by to tell you what that is, but I've got a feeling that's more around, probably around the 3.5, maybe 4 inches. And of course it bellows out just like a little bit. If you think about the letter, capital letter A, it kind of has that silhouette to it. Hardware, it does have a little bit of weight to it, but it's not very strong. Not strong at all, but it has a back outside pocket, and it's a nice size pocket. It already does have some give to it, so fitting a phone, fitting your mask, fitting some receipts or maybe a card case, those things would likely fit fine there. The leather already has some soft give to it. It is a pebbled leather, so it's got some texture, so not as it is a structured bag, but it's not a super structured leather. It is going to soften. And then of course the gold or brass hardware on the the closure. Why am I tongue tied? And then the hardware here on the side. So there you go. There's the closure, so it kind of, hardware kind of pinches here at the top, and then it has the O-ring or D-ring. I'm going to connect the shorter strap, and then you have the longer crossbody strap. We're going to get into the inside, but before we do, let's just kind of take up. Look, it's not as smooth. All right, so there we go. It is, it's a little bag. It's a small bag. I don't know that I would even call it a medium. For me, this is a small bag. It is larger than some of the other bags that I'm going to compare it to tonight. But overall, given the size bag that I gravitate to, thank you, Sonja, it's a smaller bag. But I love the color. And I am sending my tribe sister, Valerie, to the Enabler Corner because she got me started on neutral bags worse than I've ever had the appetite for, so to speak. Did that come out right? Probably not, but I think y'all know what I mean. And once I, kind of expanded into more bones, because bone was my go-to summer color, and then more white, and then ecru, and then it just kind of started to spiral out of control with the taupes and the beechwoods and everything else. So here's the bag, hardware, front pocket. I would say that the back pocket has a little bit more give and probably a little bit more space, feels like to me, just because the back feels like it has a little bit more give. This one does not expand, so I'd be careful about what I put in the front pocket. Then from the interior, come out. Okay, so you've got the crimson or mulberry wine colored lining, center zip, which is likely home for hand sanitizer, mask, those kinds of things. Back compartment, and then there is a back pocket. Let's see how I feel about this longer strap. I don't know if I'm gonna like this one or not. I don't know, but it would make a great strap to throw on maybe another bag if it doesn't work for me. So let's see where it's pre-adjusted and whether it works for me as a crossbody. Okay, so here we go with the longer strap that was included, and without any adjustments, it is right at the bottom of my finger. So without any adjustments, it's kind of in the sweet spot, but I feel like I would want it just a little bit shorter. And then from a crossbody standpoint, let's see, it's not giving me quite a mammogram, so I think it's okay crossbody, and it actually falls in a good spot. So not as bad as I thought that it was going to be. Thank you, Tammy. But I don't know, I didn't have visions of using it as a crossbody when I got it. I actually thought about using it just as a shoulder bag. So again, 11 inches long, 7 inches high, and it's got a 5-inch butt on the bottom. That could could be 5 inches. That could be. It doesn't look like that from the side, but that does look like it could have 5 disrupted inches in the interior, especially with it having a center zip that's going to break up the center storage area. So, all right, let's take a look at some other bags from a size comparison standpoint. So, there are a couple Coach bags that I want to compare this one to. One of them, and I'm looking down here at my notes, one of them is the Coach Parker 32. I think these two have a similar shape, silhouette, but the dimensions I think are a little different. So let me find that one here. And the Parker 32, the color here is Mushroom Multi. This one has been on my channel before. Let's see here. So here, definitely not the same color. Not even in the same ballpark. They're both neutrals. But that's kind of, the 32 is 12.5 inches long. The Tabby is 11 inches long. So I'm sorry, 12.5 inches long, 11 inches long. The Tabby is 7 inches high, and Parker is 8.5 high. And then from a depth or butt standpoint, the Tabby is actually a 1/2 inch deeper. It's 5 inches wide, and the Parker 32 is 4.5 inches wide. So the 32 is definitely going to be more my jam just because it is much larger. It also has the versatility from a carry standpoint, but it's one seamless chain strap that can be adjusted to diversify the carry. Both have back outside pockets. Neither of them have feet, although the Tabby does have a little bit of a pedestal because of the way that the bottom is finished. So it kind of sits on these little ridges that are on the side, on the bottom, as opposed to the 32 just being flat. I do like a little bit of height if it doesn't have feet, because with this having chalk, it is definitely going to show more wear and, you know, so it can soil a lot quicker and be more visible than on the solid Beechwood color. So here we go with the comparison again, side by side. Yep, you can see both of them. And then we'll do side profile and give you the bottom from a length and width standpoint. Okay. So again, the 32 is longer by 1.5 inches, taller by 1.5 inches, but not as deep. It's a 1/2 inch shorter than the Tabby. So this would be the larger option, and not sure if it's still available anywhere or not. I'm sure somebody can check online and let everyone in the chat know if you see that. All right, the next one from a size and color standpoint is Cassie. And Cassie is, of course, top handle, smaller, crossbody, shoulder bag, but can also be a top carry. So Cassie is 10 inches long, while Tabby is 11 inches long. So we've got an inch longer length here. The Cassie is 7¼ inches tall. And Tabby is showing 7 by the measurement, but I don't, that definitely isn't right. The measurements online could not have been right unless they are measuring from the extension of the top handle, then it's still not giving me 1/4 inch. So those dimensions have to be off. But the Cassie is also showing 1 3/4 in the depth, and Tabby is 5. Mine is stuffed, and it has also been carried, so it may look a little bit deeper than that because it's not, smushed flat flush. It's stuffed, and it has been used. I had to force myself to kind of move out of it. So here we go. And this is Beechwood, and this is the color Taupe. So from a color comparison, Taupe, Beechwood, there is a color difference. And quite honestly, the carry of these bags are going to be different. Cassie, to me, is definitely more of a casual bag, and this one could easily be dressed up, in my opinion. It could also be toned down just a little bit as well. So I just personally feel like there's a little bit more versatility to this one, and it could be just because it's a little bit bigger. So the more likely I am to be able to get my stuff in it, the more often I will be to reach for it. So there we have that one. And then the next one, from a size comparison, so it's definitely not color, is the Coach Soft Parker. So I've got the Soft Parker in the metallic graphite. And size-wise, the metallic is 10 1/4 long. So the Tabby is longer. So 11, 10 1/4, 11 long, 10 1/4 long. They're both showing 7 high. I should probably measure that because, you know what? So if I'm looking from here to here, that looks more like 7. But why would you measure, the way they measure bags never makes sense for women that carry them. But it seems like they would measure the entire height as opposed to the interior. But anyway, I'll let you just kind of see what that side profile looks like. Yeah. So could they be the... What do y'all think about the height? Is that comparable? And then from a depth standpoint, the Parker is 4 and Tabby is 5. And I think they may have gotten that piece right. But all right. So that is the Soft Parker. And then the next one, and this one is purely from a color standpoint, is the Coach Double Swagger in Beachwood. So definitely from a size comparison, the Double Swagger is the size champion, more my size. And that's it in the Beachwood. But here it is so that you can see the color differences between the two leathers. So they're both in Beachwood. And this one definitely looks lighter. And that's even if I cover up those suede corners, it still is a much lighter colored leather than the pebble versus the glove tan in the smooth. And the double swagger is 12 and a quarter long. Tabby is 11, so 12 and 1/4, 11. Double swagger is 9 3/4 high versus 7 inches high. So 9 3/4, 7. And the depth is 7 and 5. So 5 here, 7 inches here. And even though they are from the exact same brand, identified as the exact same color, there is definitely a difference in the colors when you have them side by side. Okay, we're gonna sit that one. I got bags everywhere. All right, and then the last one from a color comparison, and then we're going to just kind of look at a few accessories. The last one is not a Coach bag. It is a bag that was previously launched from Dooney, but I think it's the only super structured top handle bag I have from the brand. So we're gonna see what the comparison looks like between those two. Take this off, put this one back on. It does have a hang tag over on the side here. It's not 1941, or at least it doesn't have a 1941 tag, and it did not come in a 1941 dust cover. But the Claire Pembroke satchel is the last bag comparison. And it has this awful logo lock closure on the front. And I've discovered my dislike, my displeasure with the logo lock closure. But this is the Dooney & Bourke Claire satchel, and we have the Tabby. So 11 3/4 long, 11 long, so 3/4 of an inch longer in the Claire. Claire is 8 3/4 tall, 7 here, and then 4 3/4 in the width or the depth, and 5 inches in the Tabby. So 11 long, 11 3/4 long, 8 3/4 tall, 7 tall, 4 3/4, 5. Definitely not a over-the-shoulder carry, at least not for me. Maybe if you're super petite, you might be able to get your arm through there and carry it over the shoulder. But from a structure standpoint, I thought that these two silhouettes were closest from the different brands. Center zip. This one does not have the center zip. Snap closure, logo lock closure. Both have back pockets. This one is a zip. This one's a slip. No feet, but it does have a little bit of a pedestal finish on the bottom. And then the Dooney version or bag has 4 feet under the bottom that are reinforced. So there we go with another brand comparison. And now let's take a look at some accessories. So I pulled a few accessories, and most, if not all of them, are in the same neutral. I would likely add a pop color depending on what season it is and what look I'm going for. But just to kind of explore and to prove to myself that I did not need to buy a single new accessory to go with this bag, I decided I would shop my stash. So the first one is a oyster card case from Dooney, and it is actually going to be a no for me. I don't like the color contrast, and I don't like the Sierra trim against this bag. Love these little card coin cases, but it's not for me. But let me know in the comments what you think about these two together. Yeah, I'm with you, Jen. I don't see it as an option, but I want to see what you ladies think. It's a no for me. All right, so that's the first one. The second one is also from Dooney, and it is the accessory piece that actually came with my Mackenzie hobo in the color taupe. So that's the second one. So Beechwood, taupe, and then of course we've already said no here, but this is oyster, just so you can kind of see the color comparisons if you've not seen those, compare it with Dooney. So oyster in pebbled, and then taupe in smooth, and then Beechwood in pebbled from Coach. So I don't particularly care for this. I think I have pieces that are closer. I could make it work. I could use it if I needed something to like stick mask or maybe some hand sanitizer in and I wanted to use it. I think I could, but it's definitely not my first contender. The next one is also from Dooney, and it is a Carrington, and this one is, I think, in the color oyster. I'm not even sure that that will actually even fit in here. Let me see if it will even fit. Okay, it does fit, and there's still some space that could be used. So to use it either as a wallet or catch-all or a combination of both, you'd still have a grab-and-go piece, but color-wise, they're all neutrals, so it could work, but there is, it offers a little bit of contrast. So you've got Beechwood, oyster, taupe, and then oyster in pebbled, which is different even there. So some gradient color just to keep those in mind for you. So I still don't feel like I have the right one. So next is Henry Bendel Monogram wallet. So I've got my initials hot stamped on here, and that, it almost looks like the color of baby poop compared to the Beachwood. It's giving me kind of like greenish vibes when it's actually very khaki, very taupey, neutral in person. And when I pulled this out, I really thought that this would be a dead ringer, but it doesn't do anything for me. And it does not look very flattering to me on camera in this color. But there's that one. And so front of the wallet with the hot stamp, nothing on the back in case you haven't seen these, which of course are gone now. But here's the front flap of the wallet with card slots, the centennial stripe and a slip, and then there is a slip back pocket, and then a removable centennial stripe card case that goes in this one. But I still don't think color-wise that's it. All right, so next from, let's see, this is a little cosmetic catch-all from MAC Cosmetics from a few years ago, holiday season. I think I would either use this either for cosmetics if I needed to. It gives a little bit of, adds a little oomph to the color combo. Or I could use it as a pen case or to store like my mask and stuff in. So even though it is, you know, wouldn't necessarily be a wallet, I do like the contrast and the animal print. I think that adds a little bit more to it. So I do like that together. What do you ladies think? So if I did, let's see, because it actually looks a little, it's got like a little pinky peach tinge here. But I think, let me see. All right, we'll keep moving. So we've got this as an option. Then next is a Target piece. So this one was a gift from one of my tribe sisters, Carmen Hawkins, for my birthday last year. And I do like the color combo of this together. I also have another strap that is this color, so if I wanted to change the strap out, this one would definitely work with that. So, excuse me. I've lost the chat on my phone. Let's see if I can get that back up. Maybe I should turn the fan off, but it gets hot under these lights. I do like that wallet with it. So I do like this together. I like that together. And I've got, of course, some other neutral pieces that I think I can pull with this, including other snake skins that can go. Plus, I have an MK strap that I could use to, you know, swap out and have even, a third, a fourth, or a fifth bag strap option here. So I really like this one together. So far, from a wallet standpoint, I like this one together. I do like this if I find a solid piece to add a little bit of contrast, but of course, would never mix those two together. All right, the next one is just a regular Coach card case. So because of the light signature, that would work, and it would not take up a lot of space in the inside of the bag. So it will leave plenty of space in here for other things. And then just to kind of show what the Target one looks like in here, too tall to stand up, so it would have to lay down, but it will accommodate a full-size wallet. And I could put like some individual packs of hand sanitizer, wipes, and mask in here, so I could use this kind of as my sanitation station, and that would fit in there as well. So wallet, new outside essentials, and could use the front for like sunglasses, lip gloss, lipstick, that kind of catch-all stuff. So that would work in there together. I still don't know about this. I know it will work, but I'm not blown away. But I do like this together. Then the next one is, I think this one is Beechwood, or is it Taupe? I think it's Beechwood. Little wristlet, corner zip. It's in the color Beechwood, and it is the corner zip. These are a lot closer in color than the double swagger color was compared to the Beechwood, even though they're all the same. And then from a space standpoint, it of course fits in with no issues, and could even put it on its side to save even more space. Slide that in there. So you still have more space there in the front as well on the side. I do like that together because they're all neutrals, even though we've got the snake print and the C's, they're all neutrals. I'm really liking the wallet with it. All right, so next we have the Quilted Nolita that had I seen in person before I pulled the trigger, I probably wouldn't have pulled the trigger because I'm not a fan of this wide quilting. But this one is Taupe and this is Beechwood. So as a catch-all, and then the wallet. Let's see what the space looks like. So it does fit here in the back. And there's a little bit of space left here on the side, if you can see that. And then definitely not going to work on its side. So it has to take up floor space on the bottom of the bag. But could I get... So it's got a Nolita and a corner zip there in the back, and it still has some space on the corner here from the Nolita, well here, and then you've got space here on the side of the corner zip. So something small, like maybe your sunglasses not inside of a case or in a soft case, could work in that. Maybe stick in a lip gloss, or if you have a small hand sanitizer, that looks like that would fit there. Maybe I don't think I want to put an ink pen not in a case, but you've got a little bit of space to work with there. Also, you have the option of using the back wall pocket. So you've got the Nolita, which again frees up a little bit of space side and bottom for extra items, and then the corner zip wristlet fits perfectly in the back wall pocket, and it doesn't have a snap or anything, so you're not missing out on security there. Then we have another one, but it's of course color wise, in my opinion, the Beachwood, so it's a little bit better color match, but same accessory, just different color, and I think you can see the difference But I am just not a fan. I've got to find something that I fall in love with this with. Maybe it will work in my color block courier. Maybe I'll fall in love and use it in that. But I'm not a fan of that quilting. The next is a large wristlet. Taupe, Beechwood. Maybe could use that as a catch-all. And that as the wallet. That would work. But it's a thin catch-all, so you're not going to have a lot that you can throw in there, but you can use it for your mask and so forth. So the Target double wallet and then the Coach large wristlet. And there's still some little bit of room back there. A little bit of room there on the side. Let's see. So you got corner zip in the outside pocket, not protruding too much. You got a Nolita, and then you've got a double Target wallet, and then a Coach large wristlet there in the back. So you can kind of see what that looks like. And let's see this little soft closure. Y'all heard the little gnat. So that's it. Still, can you kind of see? It's stuffed, and that is with accessories in it that are empty, that only have like some stuff in it. So I can still see that there's a little protruding here, and then you can see a little pucker here on the front, and it only has a small corner zip there in the front. So that's what that looks like. See the edge of it there. The side is fine, the top is fine, because nothing's over the little, you know, the top. Nothing also in the back pocket. And that's with my pop socket actually removed. All right, couple more. Let's get these out. I do like this one better though. Still loving the Target wallet best. Can live with this one. Then we have the double zip wallet from Coach. And they are both in Beachwood, retail, outlet, and the colors and leathers are very similar. So we've got that there. So this goes in no problem in the front as well as the back. And it could also serve as a grab-and-go piece because it has a wristlet strap here on the side that does not detach. So you got that there. Also, no issues even in the back with the pocket. Okay. then the last piece is going to give the Target piece a run for its money, I think. And it is the Coach Chain Link Zip Around Wallet. There is a color difference, but because of the chain link detail having so many different colors in the links, I can definitely make this work. And I could use this as a wallet and then use, let's see. I think I could make these two work, so as a wallet and as a catch-all, because this has the strips of leather going across for the links. So the quilting, it could work. It's pulling the colors from the links. I'm just still not blown away by that. I'm just not. I actually like that together better. I know everything is really neutral, and some of you are thinking, it's all the same color, it will work. It's not all the same color in person, and not all of the pieces have the same functionality. I don't like that together at all. And could I use this as a catch-all and put it together? Maybe from like the link here to here. Yeah. Catch all, and then use this one as a wallet. Yeah. So I think my favorites, and I wouldn't put this together because basically that's two wallets for me, but I do like the double zip wallet by itself with it. I love this with it just because of the contrast and the little bit of detail that it has. I love the signature Nolita with it because of the color, and the monogram is a neutral. You know, everybody has their own opinion about the signature, but signature is, I'm venturing into signature with Coach. I don't plan on going deep or far, and I don't, you know, anticipate a ton of different colors, but I can stick with some neutrals. And then with the signature wallet or the card case that was here, I like that together, although it doesn't give me a catch-all. Let's see. This is just an odd piece and an odd color. It's not terrible. I think for me, the signature, like one signature or the other signature, but I'm not feeling both of these together. And then it kind of throws off the color a little bit. So that's there. And then the one that I keep coming back to is the Target one, which actually works out because I have the flexibility of changing the strap to match with this one. And there is This is a larger wallet, so I wouldn't necessarily need a card case or anything. I could land on a catch-all and for the most part it's set. This is just a no for me. I don't think I've liked it with anything I pulled it out to pair it with. It's just a no. The large wristlet, I do like it, even though we're talking taupe and beechwood. But this would have to be the wallet, not a catch-all, because it's really thin, so it's not going to accommodate a whole lot. Thank you, Lisa J. The Henry Bendel is a no, because the color is off for me on camera, and actually in person it's off as well. The oyster is a no, unless I just needed a small card case or coin case just to go in there. I could make that work. The taupe, and then the last one is the little Mac piece, which I like. I know that's not for everyone, but I like it together, and it's one of those pieces that, quite honestly, if y'all saw it, you know, somebody post a picture in CGR, it would probably get 100+ likes on it. So it's just a matter of like seeing, you know, with the paper completely off and it coordinated with a couple of other things. So a lot of times that gets, you know, I get inspiration from seeing what you all have paired together, whether it's on Charmed by Carmen, whether it's the Coach Gone Rogue group. I like seeing your bags, and I like seeing how you have paired or coordinated your accessory pieces and your charms with your bag. So all of that, I like that together. Just so you can kind of, it does look pinky peach closer up, but they pair really well together, I think. I like it. I like it. And it will likely, I will figure out a way to incorporate this in when I do carry it, because I do like it, and everything else is so neutral and blah that it needs something to break up the color. So I am so glad that this finally restocked. And there she is. So my version of a small bag, this is small for me. This even feels, for those of you that recently purchased the saddle bag, this is smaller than even the saddle bag. And I've been a carrier of the saddle bag for years, but this one, it's just got a different feel to it. So I like it. We'll probably use the strap as more of a replacement strap for other bags, or to just hang it from this one in the event that I need to go hands free or crossbody. But there she is, the Tabby shoulder bag in the color Beechwood. So that is all I have. I am Mrs. Q, are we for real Friday together this week? I'm thinking it's a no, but I just want to ask and confirm and be sure that Friday is a no-go. Is Mrs. Q still in the chat? Let me get the, Okay, so no for real Friday, this Friday. And I'm not sure about Sunday yet either. If I don't do a live, I will try to schedule a premiere for Sunday for those of you that are sick of your families or you need a handbag happy hour. It won't be an hour long, but you get what I'm saying. You need some time to kind of step away from the holidays and everyone else and get your own piece of sanity back for a few minutes. I will try to have something that launches on Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if I'm not going to be in front of the camera myself. Please be sure to hit the thumbs up before you head out. If you've not left a comment letting me know what you think about the accessories and which you think work best or what you would pair together, I'm really interested in that. Would love to know what pop of color. So if I didn't go with the animal print, what pop of color would you recommend pairing with the Beechwood? I'm curious because I'm going to be playing in my accessories and would love to use your ideas as a starting point. If you're watching on the replay, I'd like to hear your thoughts about the bag, the colors, the accessories, the size comparisons, all of that jazz. Please do have an amazing holiday season. Be sure to wear your mask, wash your hands. If you are planning to gather, I highly recommend, like the state of Tennessee, that you limit your gatherings to no more than 8, that you limit, your gatherings to no more than 2 households so that you don't wipe out like your entire family. God forbid somebody, tests positive for COVID. Where possible, inside, wear your mask even when you're gathering in front of the fireplace and laughing and telling jokes and stories from way back in. Put your doggone mask on. Wash your hands. Keep hand sanitizer available. And where possible, keep a door open. I know that's contradictory to trying to stay warm in the winter, and it's just going to run your heating bill up, but letting some fresh air, if you've got multiple people in a space, separate and kind of spread throughout the house and eating areas when you're eating. There are lots of things that you can do to stay safe if you are not going to remain distant from people. So please be careful, be safe. We will see you back again here before 2021 comes in. For those of you that are in believers of collard greens and black-eyed peas for the new year, you probably didn't have them last year, and that could be why 2020 was so messed up. So make sure you go get some of those things, cook them and plan them to eat them so that we can hopefully have a better 21. Thank you so very much for watching. Please hit the thumbs up before you head out. Until next time, I do hope you find something that feeds your addiction. Take care, everyone. Be safe.